okay? So let's fly the first tweet. What do you want to talk about? Okay, so we've got guy J Hart 04. Coco's match yesterday, and the fact that the umpire kept letting Sigmund get away with time violations. What about it? The fact is that it shouldn't have happened. I thought I watched Coco Gauff express herself, very articulate, very respectful, yet very, very forceful. She was right to do so, and the crowd applauded her because she was absolutely right. When she's ready to go, her opponent Sigmund needed to be ready to go, and she wasn't ready. Nah, you don't get to dictate pace when somebody else is serving. You're supposed to be ready to go. That's what the game has to go on. That's like an NBA game being scheduled for 7:35, but we're going to start at 7:45. We're going to start at 7:55. It's like a 24-second shot clock. All right, we're going to hold the ball for 35 seconds. Don't work that way. Rules are rules. And so Coco Gauff was absolutely right to bring that up. And I applaud her for that. Comment from, what is this? Gone the Better. GONTHEBETTOR. Is Austin Reaves overrated for the Los Angeles Lakers? No, he is not. Nobody's calling him a star, but he's very good. He's tough. He can shoot. He defends. He hustles. He competes. I like Austin Reaves a lot. And I think it's a big deal that the Los Angeles Lakers kept him in tow. He's a fan favorite in Los Angeles. He should be. I'm very fond of him and his game. It's only going to improve, but he doesn't take anything for granted. He works on his game all the time, and I give him respect and courtesy where it's due. Okay, so congrats to him. Congrats on getting his money. He didn't get as much money as Anthony Davis, that's for sure. But congrats on getting his money. And by the way, he didn't bitch and moan when he got his money like D'Angelo Russell did. Although I would say this, he is underpaid. D'Angelo Russell deserved more than what he got. And that's saying a lot because he didn't do anything against Denver. He was awful in the Western Conference Finals against Denver, but he still deserved more than what he got. I really, really believe that. Last comment from Shockley Miles. Your process, routine, what it takes to do what you do at such a high level. An episode of transparency. Do you even sleep? How do you manage being on all the various shows, etc.? Appreciate the question, man. There's a difference between a job and a career. A job is doing what you have to do to maintain and sustain or elevate your quality of life. A career is doing what you want to do, and it just so happens to do those things. I have a career. I'm incredibly excited and competitive in what I do. It matters to me. I eat, sleep, and breathe what I do. When I'm not reading a newspaper, I'm watching television about something that's, pertinent to my job. When I'm not doing that and I'm stuck in my car, I'm turning on sports talk radio or political talk radio, whatever it is that I want to talk about. I love reading the opinions. I love reading perspectives. I love educating and edifying myself on different things that people don't think I would know about. But more importantly, my passion is not fake. It's real. And for me, me doing First Take, for example, being number one, why do I fixate on being number one? Because I win. Why does that matter to me? Because I know what it's like to lose. And it's a lot more gratifying to win. I also know what it's like to be denied opportunities that one may feel they deserve. Well, it's easy to deny me if I'm not winning. It's easy to deny me if I'm losing. It's easy to deny me if I'm not bringing stuff to the table that's going to enable me to be all I can be. All of those things are relevant. And I got to tell you, as we sit here today and we think about those things, for me personally, getting up, going to sleep at night, making sure I got stuff on my mind, trying to get some sleep, then getting up, having those things on my mind, watching the opposition, meaning people that I'm going to debate, knowing the things that they've said in the past, how relevant it's going to be to the subject at hand, all of those things that matter, being knowledgeable about pertinent subjects, still working the phones, still cultivating my sources and resources, still being on my grind and being a presence and a conspicuous presence in the field that I'm in. All of those things play a role. But I'll also tell you the greatest thing that's happened to me, my health. I don't talk about it much. And I know some of y'all think y'all saw them lying ass pictures of me being bloated and looking a certain way, then doctored nonsense and all of that other stuff. But there was a time before that, over the last year or two, where I was in really, really, really bad shape. I understand COVID hits everybody differently, and I don't get caught up in all the things that everybody says about COVID on either side. Those who support it and the vaccine and stuff, those who are against it and opposed to it and think there are conspiracy theories attached. I don't get caught up in all of that. I'm just talking about me. It almost took me out of here, y'all. Approaching the year 2022, I was in a hospital on New Year's Eve. It was 10:30 at night, 90 minutes before the ball dropped in New York City. And they told me, we're going to try these steroids and these antibiotics. If this doesn't work, we're going to have to call your family. You're in a world of trouble. I had double pneumonia. Both of my lungs were filled to capacity. Those x-rays showing number white. Almost took me out of here. I couldn't believe it. And you got to remember, I also had, since COVID, I had 2 knee surgeries because people were stuck at home and stuff like this. So I had 2 knee surgeries. And everybody used to laugh at me in these videos and stuff like that when they saw me thinking I boxed like that, whatever. I had 2 torn rotator cuffs. And I've had surgery on both. In the left shoulder, it was rotator cuff and a bone spur. In the right shoulder, it was torn rotator cuff, torn bicep, bone spur, labrum. So when I had COVID and I had all of that, I couldn't lift, I couldn't exercise, I couldn't even do a push-up. Combine that with COVID and all the stuff, just imagine you skinny with no definition whatsoever and a pot belly. Because I was also pre-diabetic. I was in bad shape. And from the point that they gave me the okay to exercise, it's changed my life because I work out now 6 days a week. Cardio, weightlifting, more cardio, boxing, everything. I don't mess around. And you'll see, because I'll show you in like the next month or so. I've already lost 30 pounds. I've gained a few pounds of muscle. I'm not messing around. You know why? Because there's no wealth without health. And I've dedicated my life to making sure that under no circumstances will I ever go back to the state that I was in, courtesy of COVID and all my operations over the last 2 years. I ain't never going back. It's a new me, and I'm better than ever.